I know for a fact not all of you that watch this video probably celebrate the holiday that is today, but I still want to say Happy Thanksgiving to all of you Chibits that are currently sitting down watching this video, and also, even if you don't celebrate it, I still wish you a very great day and many great days ahead. So with saying that, let's begin this week's chapter review of One Piece. So, Big Mom right now showed a very interesting side to her multiple times throughout this chapter. One was when Judge walked up to Big Mom, was like, it's odd. I thought I would have seen them around this island since it's just so diverse. There's just so many things around here, so many interesting creatures and stuff that's roaming around this island. I expected to see something like this, and if there was, I wouldn't have missed them. Where's the giants at? And soon as Judge asked Big Mom looked down at this man with anger. You just seen in her face she was disgusted. Like, she was really angry and sore about that topic, which is very weird when you think about how Big Mom is. As we know, Big Mom has been using Caesar. Big Mom has been funding Caesar to make giant children, figure out a way to make giants. I mean, that was the entire purpose of why Caesar was so important. And then now Big Mom, when giants are mentioned to her, and while they're not on the island, she gets a little bit angry. Her face just shows pure rage. And all of a sudden, after she showed this face, she tells Judge, like, hey, they're most likely around somewhere around here, and she just laughs it off. And instantly when you see that, you know there's something very suspicious going on. That's a side of Big Mom that is definitely something that could probably serve to be her weakness, or something else that's going to play a huge role down the road of this arc. So let's talk about that. So Big Mom, as we know, she wants to have giants. We kind of figured out about this for a while now, past couple chapters, but with the way Judge is acting, the way he can make clones and stuff, there is a potential possibility that maybe giants can be made thanks to these clones. But on top of that, though, Big Mom going out of her way to kind of lie about giants to Judge proves that it's something that truly, really affects her. She's kind of upset about. I mean, think about this, okay? One of the big things in this chapter, besides the giant stuff with her face just showing a pure rage towards Judge and when the giants were mentioned, was when Lola was mentioned. And this is something that I think correlates with the giant stuff with Judge, what he said to Big Mom. Remember what Big Mom said in this chapter? Big Mom said if Lola would have married, everything would have went fine, and she wouldn't have ran away and did what she did and denied whatever marriage she had to do, she would have been Pirate King already. She would have already beat Kaido. She would have already have beat, Shanks. She would have already beat Whitebeard. She would have been Pirate King if everything would have went fine with Lola. So the question that we all need to ask is, what type of marriage was this? It had to be something incredible for Big Mom to say something like that. And she's a Yonko, she's powerful, she knows a lot. And so when you think about it like this, and she says she could have been Pirate King if everything would have went fine, if Lola would have followed orders and, did the marriage or whatever, it makes you question, who exactly was it? The only thing I could assume that could possibly tip the scales in Big Mom's favor in terms of power standpoint might be giants. And so when you think about it like that, maybe Lola was set up to marry maybe the king or a prince of the giants. I mean, think about it. That's a potential possibility. I mean, think about what Big Mom did in this chapter and how she looked at Judge when he mentioned the giants, but also when Lola was popped up as well. How, Lola was very important. Like, her marriage was extremely important to Big Mom, but it did not happen. And she's like, I'll kill Lola if I saw her myself. I'd fucking strangle her. So for Big Mom to say that about her own daughter, it proves how important that was to her. And so with the giants being mentioned in this chapter, Big Mom showing anger, and then Lola being mentioned towards the end, I wanted to bet you that those two are possibly connected and why Big Mom is so sore. Maybe in the past, Lola was set up with a giant prince or a giant king. They were gonna marry. Lola dipped. She's like, fuck that, got out. And then it caused the relationships between the giants and Big Mom completely broke down and she could no longer make, any contact with them. That's most likely what is going on there, if I had to assume. Now, most likely I could be wrong, but that's what I assume is going on, judging by the interactions of Big Mom and this side she showed throughout this chapter. Now, another interesting trait to Big Mom, which really threw me for a loop, was her collection mentality. She likes collecting things, or to be specific, let's say she likes to actually collect rare animals, rare species, because she is someone that likes collecting centaurs, unicorns, manticores, even long-limbed humans. Yes, that right there, very creepy, because this lets us know that Big Mom, all these books and stuff she has in her library, all these books have, you know, mythical creatures and different type of people and stuff all inside of them. There's even humans inside of these books, not just like animals and stuff, not someone like Chopper, but all these other type of creatures and stuff that have a lot of intelligence trapped inside of a book that Big Mom has been storing for quite a long time. So when you think about it like this, I'm going to assume that all these different creatures that are probably trapped inside the book are probably going to play a role in probably helping out the Straw Hat crew in this arc. I mean, think about it like this, okay? If, you know, Chopper, he's about to get put in the book, because we know that's probably what's going to happen. I mean, he's being saved, you know, Big Mom's fascination with, you know, legendary creatures, or just, you know, interesting type weird creatures. Most likely, Chopper's going to be put in the book, because the way he's being saved and protected right now, he's not really being harmed. So that would mean that if Chopper somehow manages to figure it out, and he's about to be put in the book, he might break the fucking book, and then all the creatures inside the books could possibly come out. I mean, think about it. That would cause a huge disruption. You would have all these creatures just start pouring out of the different books and stuff. I mean, you gotta imagine all these different creatures that are magical, weird creatures that Big Mom has captured, especially a Yonko. They have to be incredibly powerful creatures. I mean, think about it, okay? If someone like Chopper could possibly be put in it, even someone like a long-limbed human could be put in it, you gotta imagine there must be incredible creatures that are probably inside these books. Humans, too, that have been stored for quite a long time. And I mean, there might even be a possibility that mythical, you know, devil fruit users, people that have, like, you know, mythical, like, animal type shapes, like, for instance, let's say a phoenix. Now, I'm not saying, you know, Marco's in there. I'm just saying that there might be people that have, like, mythical type devil fruits a part of these different books that Big Mom has captured because, you know, they're rare or interesting, and maybe if, you know, Chopper breaks those books or someone else does, that will cause a huge disruption where the Straw Hats can get Sanji out and then leave the island. But before that can happen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the box that has the explosion. Now, as we know, after the Fishman Island arc, we know King Neptune, he had a box sent with the treasure. And in the box, it has a bomb in it. Bombs. And if Big Mom opens this box, obviously the bomb is going to go off, and you know, if that hits Big Mom, that's not going to be good at all. That legit is like declaring war. If Big Mom doesn't die, which I highly doubt she will, that's declaring war. And when you think about it like this has been the big wild card throughout the chapter. It's not Lola anymore that's the wild card, because after what Big Mom said, but it's the bomb. Big Mom doesn't still know about the box at all. She doesn't know that there's a bomb inside the box. She says she wants to open it up for the ceremony. So when the ceremony happens, she's gonna open it up. And depending on the size of this bomb, it can initiate a lot of confusion. For instance, getting Sanji out, freeing Sanji, maybe killing someone, possibly starting a dispute between Judge and Big Mom. You gotta think about what type of family they are. They're a family of assassins. So Big Mom, since she doesn't seem to be incredibly stupid, she actually seems to be a little bit smart, most likely she might put two and two together that if it's not King Neptune that did it, and it's not, you know, the Straw Hats, then it would mean that most likely Judge, since they're an assassin type organization, maybe they could have tried something with Big Mom. Big Mom's like, what the fuck you trying to do to me? And then probably try to kill the Vinsmoke family. That's a potential possibility if you do think about it, because of what type of family they are. Big Mom doesn't seem to be that stupid. I mean, you gotta think about it like this, okay? Big Mom in this chapter even stated something like that box being sent to Big Mom might have been a mistake. Big Mom even stated in this chapter, there's no way Neptune would have sent something like this. It had to be a fucking mistake. Like, there's just no way him sending this would have been something he would have done because of how important it is. It's a national treasure. Like, there's just no way you would send something like this to someone. So Big Mom, very confused, she's only gonna think of two possibilities. Actually three possibilities. Number one, Straw Hat crew, they put a bomb inside of it, which I don't think probably Big Mom thinks that might happen because she might know how the Straw Hats work. She might not believe they'd possibly go that far. So if she doesn't think it's the Straw Hat, she might kind of declare maybe it's King Neptune. For instance, Neptune, he might have put a bomb in there trying to assassinate, you know, Big Mom and stuff. Big Mom doesn't die, which then initiates a war with, you know, the Fishman Island and Big Mom, which potential possibility, and Luffy would have to intervene and fight. But then if it's not that, and Big Mom looks at, you know, both of these different answers after, you know, a little bit of the rage that Big Mom felt in this chapter, how Judge showed no respect to her at all, maybe she might think that they tried to start shit and they put a bomb inside of the box, and then it might try to hurt Big Mom. Think about it. I mean, you gotta think about it. So, three possibilities I could go on here with the bomb in the box. Now, the next thing to talk about, let's talk about Chopper's situation. So, Chopper, right now, he's trapped, he's chained down, and you have Carrot about to be fed. And I don't think Carrot's gonna die, to be honest, but I mean, right now, Chopper's making these plans. He's making these battle moves right now, and it shows how much progression he has made as a character. I mean, if you really think about it, just seeing Chopper locked up right now, he's sitting in a chair, chained down, and I mean, he's surrounded by these very strong opponents, and being able to actually think everything through, making these plans to be able to do a counterattack, it's impressive. So, seeing Chopper do something like this, it makes me so happy, because it's been such a long time since we have seen Chopper actually go in and have a fight. I mean, it's been a long time, and a lot of these characters that are being displayed in this arc haven't had a good fight in a long time, and seeing Chopper get a little bit of the spotlight of how he's planning things of how to get out of this chair and help out Carrot and help out Luffy and them, I'm proud of that, and I'm glad what Oda is doing with his character. But then it's not even just Chopper making his battle plans. Let's also look at what's going on with Brook. I mean, Brook right now, that man at the end of the chapter has me fucking hyped. I mean, that man just saying, I want to start a concert. Sword. I'm like, yo, that man go fucking in. My Soul King, he going in. Just like, Brook, you're one of my favorite Straw Hat characters. I love this man's laugh. Like, that man's laugh is like a godsend, okay? But, I mean, just Brook is one of my personal favorite characters, and seeing this man get the spotlight, how he's probably going to be a counter to Smoothie, I just am so excited to see this fight. I'm so excited to see this man just go ham, go in, and just start wrecking some people. I just cannot wait to see what Brook has on to do, and what he can do when it comes to disrupting the entire board of Big Mom's entire wedding ceremony. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you all feel about this week's chapter of One Piece? I wish you all, once again, a very happy Thanksgiving. Even if you don't celebrate it, I still wish you all a very great day. So please be safe. Chibi out.